Привет, hello. I have way too many whips. Whips being works in progress. And I'm going to show you the ones that I at least intend to finish soon, hopefully. We're only going to talk about my fiber arts today and the projects that I intend to finish. We're not going to talk about the ones that I have hidden away and refuse to talk about. Okay, let's get into it. I'm not going to edit this, by the way. I'm just going to post it as is. So here we go. First is, I am actually very determined to finish this. I have been working very diligently on this for at least a week. And that is this Tunisian crocheted sweater cardigan. So this is what I have of it. Hold on, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. There we go. Okay, this is what I have so far. You can see that I'm working on the ribbing part that goes like all around the edges. Like you can see I finished the ribbing here. This is the rib stitch that I did. It's very stretchy. And then I need to do the sleeves, like the cuffs, the ribbing. My husband just got home, so hold on one second. All right. Okay, so I was showing the sweater. I did the ribbing on the bottom already, all around. And then I'm just working on this side. I want it to be like really wide because when I try it on, here, let me just like show you what I'm talking about. It fits a little bit weird because Tunisian, it's not meant to like do decreases, really. So I did a bunch of decreases so that it would be narrower at the shoulders, but now it's like too narrow and it's too wide of a neck hole. So with this coming up on both sides, and then I'll do a little bit at the back, it should make it sit nicer. Also, when I'm doing the rib stitch, it does, let me move this chair. It does kind of scrunch it together a little. So this actually is fitting nicer than this side is because it's kind of like all like pulled out. So this will be scrunched more. So yeah, this is this one, and this is just the Tunisian simple stitch. And I'm going to be embroidering flowers on it of some sort. I don't know. I haven't really planned that far yet. I'm just trying to finish it so that I can get it done. And I'm hoping that I finish this ribbing all around on the places that I need to by Friday. Fingers crossed. It is Tuesday right now. So if I keep working really hard, I might be able to do that. All right, I am getting so hot right now. Whew. So that's that project. And now I will show you my other ones. Let me move this a little bit so I'm like in frame a bit more when I'm standing, because I think I'm just gonna stand. It's just easier. Okay, that's the one I'm working on the most at the moment. Let me take a drink of my coffee. I'm like a little out of breath. It's hot in that sweater. All right, so that white sweater I actually started and like had ripped out and redid so many times. I started it in like March, and it was originally gonna be for my grandmother, but it didn't work out. Oh, I forgot to mention, I ran out of the let me pull it back out actually. So I ran out of the yarn that I was using, and you can see a slight change right here between here and here. Like I did do decreases here as well, but it's a different kind of yarn. It's the same weight, like it's a weight for worsted acrylic yarn, but it's just different. It's different. So yeah. And then I was learning how to make a sweater and do Tunisian on this one, and I'm not really happy with it, but I kind of want to keep going, but I kind of want to fix it, but I'm kind of just mad with it, but I do want to finish it. Let me just pull it out. Okay, so here's a sleeve that I've got going on, and oh no. Oh, the yarn is everywhere. Okay. I have a tub of yarn for this. This is how it's going. So I didn't realize that I couldn't just have the front part be half the size of the back. You can see here. I thought I could just do half the width, but I totally forgot your neck has to go somewhere, so now I just have these flaps. And I'm thinking of like sewing it down, but I also still want to do a ribbing around because like that just finishes it so well. But I don't know. Sure. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm doing with this. Oh, and I totally forgot. I actually hand sewn with thread. I don't know if you can see here. I hand sewn with thread these squares together on the back panel because I was just making random squares and I had no real plan. And initially I was just like, I'm learning Tunisian simple stitch, so that's what I did. But some of the places where I sewed it together, it's not quite, let me see if I can find what I'm talking about. It's just not quite tight enough, and then there's gaps. I might be just being nitpicky, but let's see. Like here, I don't know, I just don't feel like it's tight enough. Like maybe it is. And hold it up. Maybe I'm just being nitpicky and it's really not that bad. I can't, if I can't find it, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. But I do have like these, it's really hard to weave in ends of thread. So, oh, here we go. Like if I pull it, because this is gonna go straight in the washing machine. Like I'm not careful with my stuff. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about. See, right, where's my thumb? Right there. You know what I mean? Like it is nitpicking. It really is. I should just finish it. I really should. Maybe after I'm done my white one, I'll maybe work on this one. We'll see how I feel, because I think I can just like continue working on the sleeves and put it all together, and then maybe I'll put it down again and work on something else. But I can at least finish building it, because right now it's just this. So, but that's that one. Okay. This one I also started in March, but then it got too hot to work on, and it's a blanket. And I am planning on making a Game Boy Pokemon blanket. And I got this silver yarn. You can see it's like so shiny. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I have it like all folded up and pinned on the sides. Okay. It's kind of a mess because, I don't know, the pins catch the yarn and it's just, I don't know. But it's so hard to keep working on because like I need to fold it up or it's so long. But I have it kind of folded together here. And it's so long, like I couldn't even show you. But I'm working on the third panel on this end. Ripping it out. Oops. But it's just, again, Tunisian simple stitch on a 5.5mm hook. Yeah, I'm going to be cross stitching Galarian Rapidash Pokemon on it, and a Game Boy design for my husband for hopefully be done by Christmas. We'll see. We'll see. And that came undone and poked me. That's why. I thought it felt like I was being stabbed. I was. No. The hard part about using safety pins is like I can really get caught in there. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So this needs to go like, oh man. Oh man, it's really stuck on there. I don't know if you can see. Like, it's like in there. Oh my gosh, I have the window open because it's like my dog's outside. It's so hot. Okay. Please don't make me rip it. Okay. I'm gonna just break this safety pin because it's wrecking it. Oh my god. Look at that. Okay, pull it. Kind of fixed it. Safety pins, a hazard. It's like a tinsel just like in my face. Anyway, that's this project. Let's move on to the last two before I start working on my thing and watch someone do a gameplay of a horror game, because that's what I like. Okay, this one, so I made the design, I hand drew it, and then I wanted to learn, I was trying to learn Mosaic crochet. I don't like Mosaic crochet. I'm gonna say that right now. So it started out Mosaic crochet at the top here, and Mosaic, it kind of like, this is what it looks like on the front, or I guess this is the back technically, but the front of the fabric, but it's overlay. That's all it is it's overlay. And so that means you are doing 2 rows of fabric in the same row just to get that overlay. And then you have all these flaps, which no one tells you what to do with. Like, when I was watching the tutorial of how to mosaic crochet, nobody said anything about that. But everyone was like, oh, do mosaic, it's so much better. You know what's better? Doing 1 stitch of tapestry, and it looks great on both sides, and you don't have to do the same row twice. Like, yeah, you have to color change, but you're color changing in the mosaic anyway. Like, look at that, there's a color change right here. Color change. Like, to do that. And you're hiding the color in the mosaic. You're still hiding the color underneath the stitches, and it doesn't hide that well because your stitches aren't that close together like they are in tapestry. Like, look at this. This is tapestry, and I've carried the yarn. You can barely see it compared to down here. Like, what? I don't know. I'm getting dog hair all in my coffee. Oh my god. Everything I own is covered in dog hair. Ugh. So I should really move this before I show you the dog sweater. Gross. 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 Oh, kind of want to make a new cup of coffee. Okay, well, let's put this to the side. All right. Well, no more coffee. Let's just move on to the next one. This is supposed to be, I forgot to tell you what it was supposed to be. This is the back of a vest. So this is gonna be a vest. That's probably gonna be way too big for me though, now that I think about it. But I don't know. We'll see. Like, at least in the shoulders, because I have it going down all the way to here. I don't know, man. I tried to make like a V-neck neckline here. I don't know. I just kind of messed around. Let me get these strings out of the way. I don't know. just did that. But that's that. This one I want to finish probably by the end of September, hopefully. We'll see. Beginning of October, the latest. It's currently beginning of September. So, yeah, last project. At least for crochet. This is another one. So I am actually planning to teach crochet class for a few weeks. And we're gonna make pet sweaters out of granny squares. So I have sizing that I'm working on right now and prototypes. I'm planning on using Red Heart granny square yarn for the classes and like for the actual products, but I'm just using my scrap yarn for these ones. And these ones I am giving to my friend. She has a cat and a dog, and they match. And I'm gonna hopefully get some model photos for everyone, but that'll be later. Anyway, I'm hoping to teach that in 2026 for the winter. So let's show you two sizes that I'm working on. I still have two more sizes to make, but I finished it's called my Fenty sweater because my friend's cat, her name is Fenty. This is what it looks like in the back, the chest and tummy, little neck hole, little armholes right here, and it has elastic, so it is stretchy. And then this is the largest size that I have, and is this dog sweater. It's the back. I haven't done the tummy flap yet or the armholes, but I did the chest and I did the neck hole. So the chest piece is actually a trapezoid shape, so that when the dog is wearing it, this all is like flat against their chest and it doesn't like stick out like that. Because if it's just a rectangle, it'll like stick out a little bit on the shoulders. But anyway, that's that one. I'm making like paper patterns like you do for sewing. So I'm not going to show you my big one, but I'll show you my small one for the cat. I'm a very visual learner, so I thought making like a paper cutout pattern would be very helpful for my students when I go to teach. So this is the Fenty sized. This is like has all the instructions on it that you could possibly need. Well, most of them. And yeah, this is what it looks like flat. So when you put it together, you get what you're supposed to get, which is this. And I'm going to be making multiple sizes. So Fenty sized for the cat, that's the smallest cat size. And then this is Xena size because my dog Xena is a Rottweiler. And I want to make sure that the like large size is going to be able to fit most large dogs. So when I do the belly part, I'm going to put in an elastic enough to stretch out to my Rottweiler's big chest, but enough to like be cinched in for my friend's puppy dog. She's like 9 months, 10 months, not quite a year, but she's a big girl. She's a big girl. So that's it's gonna fit her. And then my friend's dog and her cat are gonna be matching. Isn't that so cute? But yeah, that's my crochet projects that I plan on finishing this month. The white sweater I'm gonna try to finish this week. The patchwork sweater in the next 2 weeks, I hope. But I also really need to work on this because I need to start working on the other sizes too, because like the other sizes are gonna be like in between the big size and the small size. So I need to have those done before next year though, so I don't need to rush on it. So I technically have time to finish the patchwork sweater and the strawberry sweater and finish this and maybe start another size by the end of the month. I don't think I have time before the end of the month to work on the blanket, but I'm hoping that I can start working the blanket again October when it's a little bit cooler, because like today's really hot. But yeah, my other fiber arts that I really gotta finish is I got a loom, an ankle loom, and I've been working on this pattern that I jacked off someone on YouTube, I think. Maybe it was Pinterest, I don't know. But I'm working on that, and it is coming out. So this is what the whole shebang looks like from the side. This is how it's warped. Warping is the vertical threads. And then this, I'm caught on my shuttle. This is the pattern so far. So you can see I've made a lot of mistakes. Maybe you can't see, I can see them. But in weaving, you really can't undo. So I just have to like keep going. So like that swirl at the top there is not as crisp as the swirl below it, but that's what I'm working on. I'm planning on making it a belt. That's why it's so long. And I'm planning on making it a belt similar to actually what I have on right now. Let me, oop. Okay. So I made this to go with my pocket that I made here, and I embroidered it. You can see there, pocket. But yeah, I made this belt, and it's this like Celtic design. See here, and I just have that to hold my pocket, because when you're wearing leggings, you don't have pockets. But yeah, anyway, that's what I'm working on. Oh, my hand's in the way. That's what I'm working on right now. And I'm gonna go watch some gaming and finish this white sweater. Maybe I'll update you on that hopefully soon. Okay, bye.